I know some of you who have fifth wheels and trailers, so it's more involved. I've seen you guys set up on sites before. All right, you can roll it forward. Hey fella, you loving it, aren't you? He was amazing. If he eats and you go down him, he could be aggressive. I want you guys to see this. This is what I do. So come over here and sit down. Look, he's very excited. I know he's still a puppy. I have my morning coffee, but I had to show you this view out here. We're staying at the Oaks RV Resort in Stewart, Virginia, and check out these morning views. If you have a certain spot, they'll face towards the Blue Ridge Mountains.
This is our everyday getaway, living the life, come what may. We'll show you the world full of colors and cheer. Join us on this journey, our vision is clear. No looking back, your two dreams hit the open road. Let's make some memories, lighten the load. This is our everyday getaway, living the life, come what may.
Good morning, Getaway Nation. I'm excited, in case you can't tell. It's that time. We're back on the road. We're hooked up, ready to go. Let me do a few things here that I like to do, kind of like a pre-trip. I need to get some keys. Hey, Katrina, there's a set of keys right there in the cup holder to your right. All right, thanks. So what I like to do is, after I get everything hooked up, check everything, the brakes, the tow assembly for the Jeep. I like to walk around the RV a few times and double check and make sure nothing strange is going on. See, she's all set up. First, I make sure I lock all the bay doors because I don't want any of them opening. And then I will just kind of stand back and take a look around. I'll take a look under, take a look above, check the tires. You can never be too safe and you can never do too many walk-arounds. And that's going to go for regardless of what kind of RV you have. If you're towing, driving, doesn't matter. So let's go inside. All right, we got you-know-who on his first big major journey. We'll see how he handles it. When you take a look in here, you can see we have his crate, and it does take up room and it makes it difficult to go back in the back to access the bathroom, but we'll figure that out before someone says, why don't you just fold up the crate? It's an older metal one and it's too much trouble. So if it fits right there, that'll work. We're happy with that. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready to go.
Now this is a 9-month, at least a 9-month trip with one exception. We're coming home for Thanksgiving, but we're driving up in a vehicle, not the RV, and we'll be here for 1 week for Thanksgiving. But other than that, as of right now, the way things are looking, we already have plans all the way through for the next 9 months.
We do. We actually have scheduled. That's a shocker for us. We're not usually that organized.
There may be a few weeks here and there that are void or empty. We'll figure that out. But for the most part, we know we will not be back until, God willing, June.
Yep.
Maybe later, because you just never know what may happen as you get closer to June. We just might decide to go somewhere else and don't know.
Wow.
All right, so we're ready. You ready?
Let's go. We got a long day ahead of us, so we need to go.
Right. You okay, buddy? Look out.
Is it so good?
You all right? You ready for this?
Let's go.
We'll see what happens. We'll let you know. Let's go. All right, you can roll it forward. very good. You've done a good job.
Hi, my name's Katrina, and we are about an hour and a half away from you guys. I want to see if we could come in for 2 nights.
So you're wanting to book a reservation right now?
I do.
Okay, what's wrong? Just call me back, okay?
Oh, no, that's great. Thank you so much. Oh, you still there? Okay. We're going to get in there a few minutes after 5. Will you leave our stuff for us, or will you still be there? I need to close at 5.
So the front office doesn't run. If you do have to get here after service, we put your stuff in a bag and sit it outside, and that way you guys can still have it.
Okay. Appreciate your help. Thank you.
You're welcome. See you soon.
So we're all set up for 2 nights.
We're all set up for 2 nights, and here's the cool thing. Well, first of all, we need to stop somewhere and get you something to eat. Let's make eggs. Okay. Anyway, I can make an egg salad sandwich. They have a dog washing station, and someone, not naming names, is a little stinky because his friend lady came over to play with him the other day, and they roll around in the yard, and they're all dirty and muddy and digging holes.
All right.
So I'm going to give them a bath.
Yeah. Well, I'll help you get them the bath.
Okay.
We're headed to a new resort, brand new, from my understanding. I don't know exactly when they open. When we get there,
I think just this year.
just this year.
Just this year.
All right, when we get there, we're about 2 hours away. We'll get there, we'll get set up, kind of show you guys how we set up. Katrina was working earlier. One of the things we wanted to mention, as you guys know, now that we have the Starlink permanently mounted on the roof, and it has roaming access or roaming capabilities, yeah, we can use it while we're driving down the road. And I did a speed test on it, and we were getting over 250 some megabytes per second. Plenty of speed. So how did that work for you?
It was fine until I started working on spreadsheets with numbers, and the print was very small, even with my readers on.
But spreadsheets with numbers have nothing to do with internet access.
No. What I was going to say is that I got car sick. It made me car sick, and I don't get.
Well,
car sick.
but
But when it was working and I was working on it, fantastic.
yeah, it should have had more than enough
Fantastic.
speeds, and it also had some pretty good upload speeds. I think it was
No,
25 or 28 megabytes per second upload. So far, so good with mounting that unit up on the roof.
Yeah.
It's been fantastic. And we think someone's got to go to the bathroom, but we don't know. We just tried about 20 minutes ago, but he wouldn't go. So we may have to pull over again here and
And he's kind of
Sick
getting
of that.
he's getting impatient. He needs to get outside because he's chewing now. So,
well, that's just him being a pumpkin.
well,
He's a pumpkin.
very chewy.
one of the things I like to do when I get to a location, when I pull in, is I like to get out, take a look around, kind of walk around, get a feel for the site in case I want to move and adjust the site. So here's a good example of that. So I pulled in here. You look like we got enough room, but then you come over here and look, and you realize I got room to come over to the left at least a foot if I want. So that's one of the things I do as soon as I get to a site, kind of scout it out, get it in your mind, get it set, and get with Katrina about what we want to do. Okay, so as you can see, what I did is I got over all the way to the edge of the pad with making sure I have the space needed here for the slide out, which is 3 feet. I'm pretty sure that's 3 feet. As you can see, it gives us more room over here. Trying to utilize as much of the space as possible. Next thing I do is I come in here to the panel and I'll turn this on, right? I'll turn the leveling jack system on. And this will give me sort of a semblance of whether or not we're level. Okay, it's saying the front's got to come up and the right's got to come up. But I'm going to try something and see what happens. So before I do that, I almost forgot. I got to dump the air. So I'm going to dump the air. This is a brand new resort, and apparently these pads are not level. I'll turn this off, and I'll redo that again. I don't think it'll change much. Let's go ahead and turn that on. And whenever I use this jack, I always do the manual load. The manual, it's much easier. Once again, it's saying right in the front, but let's try something. Let me see something. So I'll go ahead and hit the manual. All right, Katrina, I'm gonna run the rear jacks down. You ready? All right, let's do the front. Bring the side up. Side's good. Let's see if we can bring the front up a little bit more. Oh, there it is. Okay, are the wheels on the ground? All right, let me do this. I'm gonna turn this off. Let me go out there and take a look at this. I was trying not to use any blocking because they didn't bring any blocking with me. Let me take a look. I think the wheels are okay. I'm not a fan of having the wheels on the off the ground, but that's just my preference. I'm out here to tell you you should or you shouldn't. That's up to you. When you look at this site here, it does look level at first, but you can see the gentleman over here, his is much more out of level. All right, next thing I'm gonna do, now that I got all that done, I'm gonna run the slides out. Katrina's gonna keep my eye for me. So let's start with the big slide. Put the switch on. And I got the extend button out right here. All right, here we go. Going out. Okay, that one's out. The kitchen slide is right up, the button is right up here. So we'll run this out. Okay, last but not least, we'll run the bedroom slide out. And that switch, let me turn the light on. That switch is right here. So we'll run this out. And that's it. Now, in order for me to run all the slides out, the RV has to be running. So now they're all out. I'll go ahead, turn this off. And the next thing I need to do is go ahead and hook everything up. So we'll hook all that up. All right, now the next thing I'm gonna do is I'll hook up all my utilities. So I'll start with the power first. Okay, so I will take my 50 amp surge protector and I'll plug this in first. I'm gonna show you what I do. I'll go ahead and put her in. I'll turn it on. And I'm gonna let that test. I'm gonna test it first before I hook up. Now, I'm not telling you this is the right way to do it. It's just the way that I learned early on by watching someone else's video, and I've done it this way ever since. You guys leave a comment down below, tell me if you do it this way. Plug it in, turn the breaker on, check it first, and then I'll come back, turn it off, I'll plug the power in from the RV, and then turn it all back on again. Now, once it's tested, I'll check everything. I'll check line 1 and line 2, make sure there are no error codes or any issues or any problems. So knowing that's good, I'll turn it back off. I'll go ahead and plug this back in, or I'll plug this in. Make sure that's in there all the way. And then I'll turn this back on, and we should be good to go. I will double check it just to make sure, but should be good to go. All right, next thing I'll do is I'll get the water. What I'll do first is I'll check and make sure there's water. There you go. No problem, right? I got my water pressure regulator, and I have my splitter here, and this is the water meter I use when I go to flush the black tank to keep an eye on, make sure that I don't overfill the black tank, which is a 50-gallon black tank. So I'll go ahead and put this on. Gonna have a pair of channel locks, and I'll snug it up real good. Got my one hose I use for the water connection. Have a separate hose to wash out the black tank. Okay, so I got my water filtration system that I have, and I'll connect these up. This is my water connection from the water filtration system. Bring it in through here. Go ahead and connect it to the elbow I already have in place. All right, now kind of set this under here. Somebody's running the water pump. So I'll go ahead and turn the water on. Open up the valve slowly. I like to do it nice and slow. And I'll just kind of come over here and check all my connections. Everything's good. And I'll go ahead and clean all this up, straighten it up. That's it for right now. Pretty easy, cut and dry. I am not going to hook up the hose for the black and gray tank. There's really no need for me to do it. It's getting late. We're only here for 2 days, and both tanks are fairly empty. That's why I love a Class A. It's one of the advantages to a Class A is that if you get to a site and the site is level, you pull up and you dump the air or what have you, and you put the jacks down, you can have this thing leveled in a few minutes, and then you get your slides out and boom, you're good to go. I know some of you who have fifth wheels and trailers, so it's more involved. I've seen you guys set up on sites before. It's one of the reasons I've been hesitant, or we were hesitant, to get a fifth wheel and a trailer. And I know you guys are used to it, so it's not that big of a deal. I like to keep it simple, and that's why I love going to a site that is level. It just makes it easy for you. While I'm out here setting up, let's go check in on Katrina and let's see what she's got. Oh, here's another thing. Because the front is up higher, as you can see, this gentleman over here with his rig, that's what he did. We did buy this step. We needed one of these. Let me grab it right here. And we've been wanting one of these for a while now. I mean, look at that. That is a high step. Not just for us, but for Boomer. So I got this step, which is nice. Boom. Much better, easier. I mean, it just makes it safer. You know, why work so hard if you don't have to? Here we go. All right. And Katrina, we'll get things set up in here. So we have power. We can fire up the ACs. It's a little warm in here. I only turn on one AC at a time, whether it's front or the rear, doesn't matter. Let it fire up, and I'll wait, and then I will turn on the second one. Fire that one up. That one will cut on here, and look, I have another light I have to replace. Oh, thank you for turning off. I appreciate that. This is only our second trip with the Starlink. Sorry, I got the ACs running. What are you gonna do? It's one of the nice things about having it up there on the roof. I no longer have to set anything up. So I'll give you an example. We're set up, we got clear skies. I'm not worried about pointing in north like I did with the Gen 2 motorized unit. Take a look at that. 177 down and 23 up. That's not bad. That's more than enough for what we need. That's pretty much it. I mean, that's us setting up. God, you gotta love a Class A. You gotta love a Class A and those Class A people. Let's see, you don't want to turn around. Hey, fella. You loving it, don't you? He was amazing. Was he not, Katrina? He was amazing. Wasn't stressed out at all. Was chilled, laying on the ground, the floor.
Tell he used me as a tutor.
Yeah, you know, he just did great. That's a good sign, because being that he's a pup, getting used to this, 6 months, a year into this, it'll be all gravy to him. We wanted to show you guys something. Boomer is very aggressive eater, very aggressive. So we're working with him to try to, you know, calm him down. And one of the methods we were told is to feed him by hand. Because when we put the food in a bowl, we put it in a regular bowl, he devours it quick and fast. And then we put him in one of those specialty bowls. What do you call that bowl? The specialty bowl. And it did slow him down, but once he got the hang of it, it wasn't much of an issue for him. If he eats and you go down him, he could be aggressive. I want you guys to see this. This is what I do. So come over here and sit down. Look, he's very excited. I know he's still a puppy. Right. He gets a scoop of food. I'll put a little bit in my hand, and then I'll come here and I'll feed him. Now watch. Watch how fast he's eating. He's just tearing into it. All right. Now I'll do this again. Sit down. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, good boy. I know. Oh, boy. Now, I was told this is one of the things we need to do. This gets him familiar with people being around his food, and it's going to be okay. Then he'll look around on the floor for any remnants. There's two over there, buddy. Right there. And then I'll shut this. And then if he wants, I'll let him lick off the... You good, buddy? Now, I'm not one to tell you guys whether that's the right method. We were told by a few people that's the thing to do. We'll try that for a while, because we don't want him to be aggressive towards any of the grandkids or to Katrina or me when he's eating it, if we got to go down near the bowl for any reason at all. But I'm not sure why that is. If you guys know anything about that, leave a comment down below. Tell us what you think. Give us your insight. We'll see how it works, and we'll give him some time. But he's still a puppy. Good morning, Getaway Nation. This morning, so I got my bedhead going on. I have my morning coffee, but I had to show you this view out here. We're staying at the Oaks RV Resort in Stewart, Virginia, and check out these morning views. If you have a certain spot, they'll face towards the Blue Ridge Mountains, but look at that. Look at those behind me. I'll turn the camera around. These are your morning views, some of the spots here. It's pretty amazing. Our spots right there. Open up your window, your front window. These are pull-through sites, obviously, you could tell. And boom. It's a little windy out here this morning, but I just had to share with you those amazing morning views of the Blue Ridge Mountains here at the Oak RV Resort in Stewart, Virginia. That's pretty spectacular, isn't it?